In Buddhism, what are the four Brahma Viharas? The four Brahma Viharas are the four divine abidings or divine residences that correspond to the highest qualities of mind. These are loving kindness, compassion, happiness or joy, and equanimity. They are the ideal states of mind which all Buddhists should try to attain. So let's look at each one of them in detail. The first Brahma Vihara is loving kindness, also known as metta in Pali. This is a state of mind free from hatred, ill will, anger, and other negative emotions towards oneself and others. It is a feeling of love and acceptance that we can have for all living beings. The Buddha taught us to practice loving kindness meditation by directing loving thoughts towards ourselves, our family members, our friends, our acquaintances, and even our enemies. Loving kindness is the most important value in Buddhism because it is the foundation of all other good qualities. Without loving kindness, we cannot practice compassion, generosity, patience, or any other virtue. The opposite of loving kindness is hatred or ill will, and the Buddha taught that hatred is the most harmful and dangerous quality we can have because it leads us to do bad things like killing, stealing, lying, and so on. Hatred also causes a lot of pain and suffering in our lives because it makes us feel isolated and lonely. So, we need to practice loving kindness every day in order to overcome hatred and build good relationships with other people. The second Brahma Vihara is compassion, also known as karuna in Pali. This is a state of mind that arises when we see someone suffering and we feel the motivation to help alleviate their pain. Compassion is the feeling that motivates us to do good things for others. It is the opposite of apathy or indifference. When we see someone who is sick, who is in pain, who is sad, we feel the desire to help them. This is compassion. The Buddha taught us to practice compassion meditation by visualizing someone who is sick and then imagining how we can help them to feel better. Then, we extend this feeling of compassion to all other living beings. Sometimes, we may not be able to see the sick person or do something directly to help them, but we can still send them good thoughts of compassion from our mind. The opposite of compassion is apathy or indifference. When we don't care about other people's suffering, we don't feel motivated to help them. We just ignore them and we leave them alone with their problems. This is the opposite of compassion. An apathetic person is someone who doesn't care about other people. They are selfish and they are unfeeling. The third Brahma Vihara is happiness or joy, also known as mudita in Pali. This is a state of mind that arises when we see other people as happiness and we feel the wish that they could be even happier. Happiness is the feeling that makes us want to share good things with other people. It is the opposite of envy or jealousy. When we see someone who is happy, who is enjoying themselves, we feel the wish that they could be even happier. This is happiness. The Buddha taught us to practice happiness meditation by visualizing someone who is happy and then imagining how we can help them to be even happier. Then we extend this feeling of happiness to all other living beings. Sometimes we may not be able to see the happy person or do something directly to make them happier, but we can still send them good thoughts of happiness from our mind. The opposite of happiness is envy or jealousy. When we envy someone, we don't want them to be happy. We want them to be miserable like us. This is the opposite of happiness. An envious person is someone who is unhappy with other people's success. They are resentful and they are bitter. The fourth Brahma Vihara is equanimity, also known as upika in Pali. This is a state of mind that is free from attachment, aversion, and delusion. It is the ability to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment and to accept whatever happens with calmness and serenity. Equanimity is the quality that allows us to remain centered and grounded in difficult situations. It is the opposite of anxiety or worry. When we face a challenging situation, we may feel anxious or worried. But if we can remain calm and composed, if we can accept the situation as it is without trying to change it, then we are practicing equanimity. The Buddha taught us to practice equanimity meditation by focusing our attention on our breath and body, and by observing our thoughts and feelings as they arise and pass away. Then we learn to apply this state of mind to all other situations in our life. Sometimes it may be difficult for us to remain calm and composed, especially when we are under stress or when we are facing a lot of challenges. But if we practice equanimity meditation regularly, we will be able to develop this quality of mind. The opposite of equanimity is anxiety or worry. When we are anxious or worried, we keep thinking about what could go wrong and what could be lost. We feel afraid and we feel unsettled. But if we practice equanimity meditation, we will be able to overcome anxiety and worry and live a more peaceful and joyful life. These are the 4 Brahma Viharas, the 4 divine abidings, or divine residences. May we all be able to attain these qualities of mind, and may they help us to live happier and more meaningful lives.